these intruders!
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
Of the people.
Shape-shifting monstrosities of unknown origin. Doppelgangers are unnatural predators,
Her latent empathic ability is helping them to know, imitate, and eventually replace their prey.
Exactly. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in. Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. You have enough fine young folk to run around and do your bidding. Come back when they need a rest. Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see this city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Then, greetings, Sir Tadpole. I was wondering where all the questions suddenly sprang from. You have enough fine young folk to run around and do your bidding. Come back when they need a rest. Well, are we ready for the road once more? Ask it.
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me. Make room, then, and hurry. What's on your mind?
That's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better. Sorry, but I prefer groups that are a little smaller, more intimate. Lose a follower or two, and I might consider it. Hello, my dear.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Thank you.
Orin, Skra, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child. Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting. I'm listening.
Blade at the ready.
Let's get going.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next? Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. Well met.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then, and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how or why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. He told me we'd be together now. Said Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors that plagued my home. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became, that wasn't the father I knew. the one I loved so very much. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. He told me we'd be together now. Said Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors that plagued my home. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became, that wasn't the father I knew. The one I loved so very much. Keeping very well, I hope?
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded. What would you like to know? Anytime. It seems like you've no room for me just now, and I take up no small amount of space. Oakfather preserve you.
So that's progress.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere. Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something? Very serious of you. But go ahead. Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
Of course.
Honestly, my heart's racing. The end's close. My parents are close. I just know it. Thank you. I'm not sure I would have ever made it this far without you.
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Even if I could have made it this far without you, I don't think I'd have wanted to. I suppose we didn't. Another life, perhaps. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
I thought you'd never ask.
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Even if I could have made it this far without you, I don't think I'd have wanted to. Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Of course.
Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
There's no time to waste.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
There's room for adventure, but no room for me, it seems. You have your fair share of followers already. How can I help?
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? The girl has left to hew her own path. She left behind a letter, as thou doth know. Hast thou other business?
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
No traps, please. I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
What am I to do?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
If you're sure. Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on. Someone there?
What to do?
Careful, I bite.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Trust no one.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. No one back home will ever believe this.
Refugees can't stay here in Remington. But danger to all...
What can I do for you, my friend?
The pride of the
Return
gate.
to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese. Children's toys rigged to explode. Just when you think you've seen the worst people can do, something like this happens. Children's toys rigged to explode. Just when you think you've seen the worst people can do, something like this happens.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision.
Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
I'd certainly feel a lot safer if they brought a few steel watch down here to keep these refugees in check. I'd certainly feel a lot safer if they brought a few steel watch down here to keep these refugees in check.
I'm not paid to debate with...
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words. There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. Or, you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly, ruins the whole bunch. Be vigilant now. These absolutists could be anywhere. Be vigilant now. These absolutists could be anywhere.
Refugees can't stay here in Remington. They're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases.
Aldarians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Oh, my apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're a local. What exactly are you implying? You bleeding hearts are always painting us as monsters. We don't want them dead. We just want Baldur's Gate to be for Baldurians. Let Waterdeep give this riffraff shelter. You and I have nothing more to say to one another. You and I have nothing more to say to one another.
Defender of the people.
What now?
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
A hero at heart.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Oh, my apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're a local. Yes, friend. We must stand together against these parasites. I can only hope we turf them out before they devour all our food like locusts. Ah, have you returned to fight the good fight? Always room for one more. We just want Baldur's Gate to be for Baldurians. Let Waterdeep give this riffraff shelter. Ah, have you returned to fight the good fight? Always room for one more. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere. You and I have nothing more to say to one another. You and I have nothing more to say to one another.
The pride of the gate.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. Danger to all of us.
Never a dull moment.
We've got diseases. And any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
I got you.
With farms, what are we going to do in the city?
Pretty sure they'll need Abrams to show up walls.
at the Elf Song Tavern, hopefully making herself comfortable. Sorry,
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
Or even at all.
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me.
Always room for more.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we've had plenty for everyone.
Can't give up now.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.
Sharp as ever.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
The state of this car. Looking
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was odd, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals. Look! The other refugees clean broke the cart while looting it. Damn thing is useless now. Look! The other refugees clean broke the cart while looting it. Damn thing is useless now.
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind. You can root through the cart when we're done. You can root through the cart when we're done.
Back off! I found these apples first. Finders keepers, buddy. Finders keepers, buddy.
Look at that! Fine fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.
to be wiped out. Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
Ways and means, dear. Ways and means.
Who will stand between them and the innocent?
We do nothing.
Where am I needed?
Innocent will suffer just the same. We will have to act.
Now time to rest.
You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave? You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave?
This is it for our people.
Rechtei Hathran Rust. Frey Valdisk Durovna. Frey Vald Iskablast.
You recognize the funeral rites of the Gur people, the same monster hunters you met in the Hag Swamp. Their leader is burning the possessions of those who have fallen.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future. When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
For those your friend stole from us, it is a matter of life and death. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them. If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
I'll destroy every last bloodsucker. Our strength was never numbers, but the bonds we share, and they are stronger than ever.
They spread like
As long as we stand together, we can never be
So
truly
we should do
broken.
nothing. Just wait for the next wave. We are begging help from you, an outsider. I would follow Ulmer to the hells and back, but this does not feel right.
And that the marshal...
Prove me wrong, stranger. Prove me wrong, stranger.
Sharp as ever.
Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
If we
And
fail,
if our children still
who will stand between them
What will
and the
happen to
innocent?
them if we attack? I share your fear.
If we do nothing,
The
innocent will suffer just the same.
Fear. We will have
We
to
have
act
no good
for all
choices.
our sakes.
To lose our children is a tragedy. To fail so utterly in saving them is something else entirely. Ulmer insists the tribe is not cursed, but I have my doubts. Perhaps the gods have abandoned us. Perhaps they have abandoned all of Faerun. Perhaps the gods have abandoned us. Perhaps they have abandoned all of Faerun.
I pray you will succeed where we failed. Exterminate every last vampire parasite.
And they are stronger than ever.
Every last bloodsucker needs to be wiped from this plane. Every last bloodsucker needs to be wiped from this plane.
It is good to have you with us. There is something rotten at the heart of this city, and it needs purging. I hope you will take everything from the vampires, as they have taken everything from us. I hope you will take everything from the vampires, as they have taken everything from us.
We let emotion. Do not stand here and wait. Cazador must be destroyed. Do not stand here and wait. Cazador must be destroyed.
Every last bloodsucker needs to be wiped from this plane.
No screaming children. No laughter. No scolding words. There is only silence and pain.
We have no good choices.
Our camp has never been so quiet. I detest it. Our camp has never been so quiet. I detest it. Forgive me. I know tears will not bring our children back.
There is nothing to forgive. It is only right to mourn.
Our dead fought well.
They died well. I hope I can live up to their example. My people do not die in our beds. It is not our way. My people do not die in our beds. It is not our way.
There's never numbers, but the bonds we share, and they are stronger than ever.
As long as we stand together, we can never be truly broken.
Best be on my way.
So we should do nothing. Just wait for the next wave.
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it. I used to be scared of the windmill when I was a nipper. Thought it was like a big giant flailing its arms at me. I used to be scared of the windmill when I was a nipper. Thought it was like a big giant flailing its arms at me.
Another quake. What's going on?
There's something happening to it.
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act. The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Don't mind if I do. Let's have a look.
That's curious.
Leading right into that cave.
Well met.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
That'll make a great head. Aren't you? I knew there was a story here, and there you are, the hero of the hour, walking right up to me. The name's Lens, reporter with the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Care to do a quick interview? I'm here looking for my next angle. But it's all the same. Oppression, famine, death. I need something new. Someone like you. It won't take more than 2 moments of your time. If you play your cards right, this could make the cover. I just need some extra details. So, you've arrived at Baldur's Gate. What's brought you here at a time like this? You have? But I thought our soon-to-be Lord Gortash had things in hand. Though, if anyone could help him, it would be you. You've got a knack for finding chinks in the Absolute's armor. My sources tell me you recently vanquished the fearsome General Ketheric Thorm. How did you manage that? I'm a journalist. It's my job to know everything. Unfortunately, the version I heard was light on the details. So what did you do to Ketheric? So you were forced to kill him? What a tragic story. Unfortunately, absolutists rarely seem interested in compromise. The cult's threat is far from extinguished. What's your plan of attack? I don't imagine they'll give you much choice after you killed their general. Better to be on the front foot, surely. You must have some strategy in mind. You think chaos courses through your veins? You have no idea.
Still rolling in the muck, I see. You think I can't sniff the secrets hidden in your pretty skull? What you seek, what you need. Gortash knows you are coming, knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
Maybe it has something to do with the army about to invade the city.
Don't believe everything you read in the broadsheets.
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead. Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
All's well that ends.
Is one of those steel
Not as bad as it could have.
stamping us into the dirt.
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fists, right? I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fists, right?
It's a racket, is what it is.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past...
Do me a favour. Box my ears in. I can't listen to any more whining about missing letters.
That was before I saw the giant metal monster.
The cultists are on our doorstep, but no. The real problem is the bloody post.
At least we'd have a bed.
The cultists are on our doorstep, but no. The real problem is the bloody post.
Stay out there. Do not, under any circumstances, employ sword course couriers. Their service is appalling. I am this close to buying and training a pigeon to send my own post. Oh, now there's an idea. I am this close to buying and training a pigeon to send my own post. Oh, now there's an idea.
One of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Forgive me, but I must attend to my friend. She's most upset about the post. I'd suggest holding on to your letters until things get back to normal round here. I'd suggest holding on to your letters until things get back to normal round here.
Guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in?
Send them to serve.
A few days in a jail cell?
Well, I say,
At least we'd have a bed.
Cannot believe it.
Sharp as ever.
One of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
I don't want patience. This is the third time in the last 10 minutes.
Maybe it has something to do with the army about to invade the city.
Defender of the people.
Don't believe everything you read in the broadsheets. That so-called army is probably no more than a pack of goblins and bugbears.
And the gods don't give a damn about us.
I've got a long road ahead.
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise. I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna. Well, why are you so nosy?
Side of the gate.
Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life. Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me. Please don't. Please, don't look at me. Please, don't look at me.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Hello, my dear. darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
Ask it. As you wish.
Hmm?
A hero at heart.
Alright, what now?
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised if the sword goes silent on the fence.
You don't want to talk about bread. That was before I saw the giant.
It's a racket, is what it is.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
You're sure? Oh, back and forth. You're like to make me dizzy. Speak. You're sure? Later, then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while. All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble. No time to dally.
Stop me yet.
What did the postmaster say? Danzo.
There's no point arguing with the
afford to
guards.
stay idle.
We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
But I wasn't having it. I had one choice. Deliver my post.
What's that? I know.
Actually, the patients do the delivery. Why don't you take your complaint to them?
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught?
Is that blood?
A few days in a jail
Never
cell.
mind.
At least we
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? If you're sure. If you're sure. If you're sure. Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
Hello, my dear. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Instead of complaining to me, why don't you find a different delivery, sir?
The Absolute Army is on our doorstep. You want to live? Get out of here before it's too late. The cult could raze this place to the ground, and those upper city folks wouldn't even blink.
In a jail cell. At least we'd have a bed.
The cult could raze this place to the ground, and those upper city folks wouldn't even blink.
Just scaredy cat.
Mummy keeps talking about some army, but she won't tell me anything about it. I'm not a baby.
Something to do with the army about...
I want to go home, but Mummy keeps talking.
Goblins and bugbears.
I want to go home, but Mummy keeps talking.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us.
Would everyone please stop going on about the Absolute's army? Lord Gortash is going to sort it all out. You'll see.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
Between stockpiling food and barricading doors, this cult business has driven half of Rivington mad. Straight to the source. Between stockpiling food and barricading doors, this cult business has driven half of Rivington mad.
The Absolute
A few
Army
days
will
in a
be
jail
here
cell.
any day now.
At least
Stop fretting. The Steel Watch will put a stop to
Steel
them.
watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Those machines will form a circle around the upper city as soon as the fighting starts. Mark my words. We'll be on our own.
More for me.
It's a racket, is what it is.
I'll give it a shot.
when will I get to train the dogs again, Miss Markia?
When you prove yourself not to be an incompetent idiot.
Ah, I see. Maybe next 10-day, then.
I'm under strict orders to speak to no outsiders. I am also forbidden from receiving scratches, scritches, and belly rubs. I'm under strict orders to speak to no outsiders. I am also forbidden from receiving scratches, scritches, and belly rubs.
A few days in a jail cell? Hi.
Yeah, I'm caring for the courier dogs. Mahia's my boss. She's mean, but Dad says she'll toughen me up. She's an educator. She says if somebody doesn't listen, shout louder. And if they still don't listen, fetch the rod.
Dringo, get back to work. And you, what do you want? This is a private yard. They're not for sale. These are courier dogs, trained to follow orders, read maps, and protect their deliveries with their lives. They're worth more than their weight in gold. It's the only way to teach him. He behaves worse than the dogs, and makes more of a mess. Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please, I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again.
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy!
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands now. Gomwick was his handler, not his owner. I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard. You'll do no such thing.
It's not just Scratch. She's always hurting the dogs.
Shut your mouth, Dringo. Last warning. Fine. You think you can do a better job without me? Be my guest. They're a useless bunch of mongrels. You're welcome to them.
You're such a scaredy cat.
You got rid of her? I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise. You got rid of her? I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise.
Mistress is gone. Mistress is gone! I mean, such terrible news. She will be missed. In my mistress's absence, I will look after this place and any dogs who come here. I promise. In my mistress's absence, I will look after this place and any dogs who come here. I promise.
Thank you for making Mistress go away. She was horrid. Even though Mistress is gone, I promise to be a good dog. No, the best dog. Even though Mistress is gone, I promise to be a good dog. No, the best dog.
A new face! Something to send? Don't be shy!
I heard the stories.
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they? Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them, I can tell you that much. Well, if it's not too much trouble, I'd be much obliged. Any letters you find, bring them back to me. Unopened, of course, and there's some gold in it for you. Don't suppose you've, stumbled across those letters yet? Much appreciated. They'll turn up in the last place you look, I'm sure.
Where am I needed?
Don't suppose you've, stumbled across those letters yet?
We don't need your refugees. Outsiders.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed. Shh! No talking. You'll frighten the birds. Shh! No talking. You'll frighten the birds.
Name and rank! Quickly now! There's a war on!
Side of the gate.
At ease! At ease! I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Triumpha. State your purpose, ground walker. I don't have all day. Oh, damned awful business. Fine flyers, a lot of them. Gone without a trace. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. They're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.